is put on lockdown. A curfew is not put in place, but areas are limited to go near, and OTA will basically move out onto the streets, I believe like only two squads at a time, and they'll basically try to keep things on lockdown and secure any entrances if they need to and make sure there's no presence. And once the rebel threat is deemed eliminated from the city, not outside of the city, but from the city itself, Code Yellow will be withdrawn. But it's less of like an attack, more of just a precaution. And as for OTA in general, during civil unrest, one squad of OTA will be able to patrol the streets at all times. So that'll be pretty fun. Now, hands up. Okay. Okay, what's up, HEV scientist? I allowed you to come up. Just accept the invite. HEV scientist, accept the invite to come up to the stage.
Sorry. I would like to ask how, because I know you've made the Combine seem very powerful. I'd like to ask how is this going to affect people who like to become Rebel mains? Because, because
That's
is it, yeah, you know.
That's where things are a little more interesting, but we've got some good balancing. First and foremost, the AMR-11 is stupid powerful. I'll be honest. That's why we're gonna have another rifle to counter it. It's going to be the, I believe it, yeah, the no, M11. I believe it was no
M24.
M24. Right, sorry, I completely forgot about it, but it's gonna be the M24. It's this metal rifle that is not as accurate as the AMR, but I believe it fires faster and it's a little easier to manage. So it'll be a good counter to deal with the Overwatch snipers, and as well, we're going to be allowing Rebel medics, and not with those like pansy rules where it's like they can't shoot. No, 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 no. Full Rebel medics that can pull out their guns and do whatever they want. You know, go ham with a God knows what SMG, shotgun, or otherwise. So they'll be able to heal their teammates while also actually assisting them in combat. And this alone will be a gigantic boost to Rebel gameplay, especially since Helix doesn't exist. Like
What-
that's a knockdown to the CPs and OTA, even if they all have health stations to heal at, right? That's a bit of a knockdown for them.
So they don't have helixes.
They don't, no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but again, they'll
Will
have health
the,
vials and there'll be health stations they'll be able to access, but mid-combat they won't be able to access health, aside from the vials, which they'll have to stay stationary for a bit to apply, while the rebels will be able to counteract the punishment they'll be receiving with having that medic on their side.
There
there
won't
is a
just be
medic.
there won't just be like one health station at the Nexus. There'll be at every like the
Terminals.
combine
Every
terminals.
hard point.
Yeah, yeah.
Every combine terminal there'll be a health station.
Hmm.
Mine, I'd like to ask, will there be a Combine medic? Like
Uh,
Overwatch medic?
no. That'll be filled by
No.
the medical conscript once those are added.
Alright.
Conscript's going to be generally more limited than CPs, so in the end, it's still going to be the rebels who will have the advantage for healing, and with the amount of like pressing fire that CPs are going to have on rebels, it'll pretty much balance things out in the way they need to be.
Alright.
But I'm going to send you back down.
Alright, thank you.
All right, next question. Let me check. Vicromanda. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no Vicromanda. We'll do this per the list. Get up here, Vicro. Sent you an invite.
Okay, so I have a few questions.
Shoot.
Okay, so about the assassin, will going invisible and uninvisible make a sound?
That's not the assassin. That's the sniper who goes invisible.
Or the sniper, sorry. Will it make a noise?
Probably a subtle sound, but it doesn't matter because the model we're using actually has a function where one of the body groups is going invisible. But here's the deal about this body group. It's less invisible, more reflective. It reflects the surface around it. So though from a distance you won't be able to notice it, from point blank you will. So the snipers will have to be careful about their placement.
And about the conscripts, will you still have to make a report in order to go rogue, or is there going to be like a button that automatically tells you if
Most
you can
likely a
or
report.
cannot?
Most likely report. It just makes it
Okay.
easier for the moderators because there might be issues where someone who shouldn't be going rogue does, and there's always exceptions to the rule, right? So is
Fair.
that all? All right.
I think so. If I have any more questions, I'll just
Gotcha.
the channel.
All right. Let's see.
I was accepted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shoot, Greg.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I've got like two. Isn't it true that you plan to add the HJMI? I forgot. It was just the heavy machine gun that has like.
If we
really
can find a
dense-
model, it'll be a rebel machine gun, and if we can find a model, it will be added.
But we were talking about something in the VC, but there's a really good model that we found. I'll try send you it if I find it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a
All
really.
right.
We found the
I-
model. We found the model. The problem is, somebody
hands?
needs to animate it. I don't know about T hands.
One needs to do C hands and animate it, but it's an extremely high quality model. It's really good.
Yeah,
Right.
The hands has
and
been an issue though.
and the other she is textures, but I think I can get that worked out because
All right.
people, you have seen my add-ons, right? I do a lot of Holy Valak shit.
All right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop advertising.
What a
Okay.
Chad.
I have another question, and then after that, one last one. All right. Have you mentioned to the people here that, isn't it true that every CP like class is gonna have access to a submachine gun?
No. What?
Oh, what? I
I said only I1 plus CPs.
Well, yeah, I meant like by class. I mean like Helix Grid, Union.
Yes. Jury. Because here's the thing. King will have the choice between the MP5K and the SMG, which MP5K is better, so why choose the MP7 anyways? And Vice will have access to the MP7 or the shotgun. Meanwhile, Jury, Grid, and Union will have access to the SMG at I1 plus. So that's I1 and OFC.
Yeah. Which means that like every CP that's played for a while is gonna have like a good weapon.
Correct.
And my last question: are bull squids and hound eyes gonna somehow, like maybe not even as AI like enemies, but are they somehow gonna be?
Ma'am, I'm sorry that
playable?
I'm cutting you off here, but we've already made the decision to not make them playable or AI. We've talked about this in a VC, and we've decided no, this is not going to be. Maybe like in
The zombies will be.
events. Yeah,
In
in
events, zombies
events,
will be.
optical.
Zombies are gonna be playable.
Yeah, zombies in events. When you get taken by a head
right,
crab.
No, I mentioned
yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah. So no, there will be no playable NPCs or AI NPCs outside of events. So don't expect anything.
All right. I just got one more. Okay, then this will be my
Mhm.
last. Okay, we all know about the plans for the cremator to add them later,
Mhm.
after like an event. But do you have any plans for any other major Combine cut enemies, like maybe the Alien Assassin or the Combine God?
Alien Assassin won't be needed if we already have an OTA Assassin, and the Combine Guard, though cool, we're going with a specific era of the beta that doesn't really need that.
We also plus the Combine God is just gonna be overpowered as fuck. That's why.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah, we
completely
don't-
offset everything.
We don't need the Combine Guard. I will say this though, I don't think the Alien Assassin was specifically for the Combine anyway. So it would be kind of useless to add them. They're more like an NPC than anything. So and we've already stated our views about playable NPCs about that.
Hold on. So somebody just said in launch text if we can RDM boards. I'm sad to tell you this, but no.
Yes, we should be able to.
But what about the Vorta camps? Can we bring those back?
Yes, I
The
don't care
border
what
camps?
Brock says, yes. Okay, Brock, I don't care what you say, the answer is
Torch?
yes.
Are we talking about
to the
Torch
what?
with...
To answer to the what?
Hollow, that literally was a thing that happened in Impulse.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna send you down, Greg.
Let's,
thank you for having me.
Let's invite Jerry up.
Balkan,
Okay,
I'm gonna do
you.
Balkenstein's been waiting for a while. Jerry
I mean,
was
he
after.
will forget his question. That's why I want to bring
Balkenstein,
Jerry
get up
first.
here.
But yeah, sure.
Jerry's probably gonna ask about, like, adding
What's
the
up?
fucking
What's
pants.
I have like serious question, not like a stupid soil diaper question.
Okay.
I was asking if like sprays would be enabled as my first question.
No,
Really?
no.
Makes sense why they won't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on. Do you want to see furry yiff and fucking
No,
hentai
Why
around
I'm
your map?
asking.
oh my god.
No, shut up for a second, please.
Exactly.
Nine.
That's why
Shut
we're
up,
not
you're not
enabling
listening to what I'm
spray.
saying.
The question was already answered.
Christ.
You don't need to
Yeah,
like,
okay,
add on to
yeah,
it.
Tadius, you don't need to
Okay.
add on. Jesus.
Hollow, are you mean?
Okay,
You
Sorry.
so
sounded so mean.
my next question was mainly about models and shit. Like, what would you use for the assassins and snipers?
We already have an OTA assassin model. We have an OTA. Because here's the thing, we're using Romka models for the basic OTA. So we're going to be using the concept art Romka elites for the, of course, the elite type OTA, right? And for the actual skins of the Echo and Mace, we're going to be using a pack we found that it's for Romka and it recreates the designs for the original 2001 Overwatch soldiers, which is really good design. As for the assassin, again, we already have a model we can use. It's basically an enhanced version of the beta one. And again, the sniper, we have one from, I believe, one of Nemez's packs. So it's going to be a big jumble of a lot of different libraries. What else here? Right, okay, we
well,
also...
That's all I really wanted to ask. So.
Oh, I was going to tell you about CP models, but... Tell about the CP models if you want to hear.
Sure.
It's just going to be, obviously, Metropolis pack. It's just Vice, it's going to be the... Cause, okay, we're going to be redoing the textures with our own textures, obviously, so it's a little more better looking. But the
so
only...
not looking like super fucking pixely and shit, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, basically. Vice, however, is going to be interesting, because we're not going to be using the terrible model for Vice that Impulse used. This is weird because this is a little story. Back when the CP Elite was revealed, there was a recreation of the model. It wasn't even a recreation. It was just loosely looked like it. But then when the Metropolis pack was released, someone made a recreation of the recreation. And so we're going to be using that recreation of a recreation using the Metropolis pack stuff for Vice. That makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, sick.
Shall we move you back now?
I don't need that moving.
Also, I was not trying to be
Cadley?
mean.
Okay, Jerry, yeah.
Oh yeah, Jerry, get up here, Mr. Box. What's the question, nerd?
So my question is, if a rebel kills a combine, will they be able to get like their weaponry or maybe like something else?
Drop systems are going to work different. I think I mentioned this at one point already, but it'll basically work like this. Out of the pool of items that someone has, only certain items will drop, and the amount that drops is dependent on how many items they had in the first place. Like, I don't know, let's say someone has 6 items, right? They're only going to drop like half, and it'll be randomized between that half what they drop. So maybe one time they'll drop their SMG, but the other time they drop their other item, right?
So you're saying there's a chance that they could drop their invisibility?
No, invisibility will be built in for the
Damn it!
snipers. However, and I've got to lean in for this one for effect. Vice will be able to drop their riot shields. And
Is it bulletproof?
Hollow,
Is it bulletproof?
Hollow, you go iffy on that, but considered like the context of it, there's barely going to be any Vice around outside of leadership roles, and then there's also the fact that it won't be craftable. So to have a riot shield and to use it in combat's already a stupid decision, because the only way you can get it is through killing specifically a Vice unit, who's already incredibly armored.
That is fair.
Also,
Anyways, repeat.
Should we mention the Vortessence?
Yeah, Vortessence. Okay, this one's neat. There's going to be multiple types of Vortessence with different functions.
Are Vortigons going to be able to attack or no?
Actually, yes, because there's going to be 3 types of Vortessence. There's going to be one that allows for like the wall hacks, because that's super helpful. There's going to be one that allows Vortigaunts to heal their allies, and there's going to be another that allows Vortigaunts to attack using energy balls.
Have we actually started development on the Vortigaunts or no?
No, it's not a priority.
Ah, okay.
What's funny, Jadius?
What's so funny?
Stop
Okay.
snickering.
Okay.
What are you snickering about?
So I went on Twitter, and the first thing I see is
okay. We have to answer questions, Jadius.
We have to answer questions.
Just mute yourself.
Shush.
That's your last questions.
You asked. I'm sorry.
All right, now I have to mute you. Okay. Anyways, Jerry, is that all for your questions?
I have one more, but I gotta quickly remember what it was.
I believe in you. Remember, use your brain
goddamn,
power.
my brain is really short term. Hold on.
Use your brain power, you stupid idiot, baby. What's
Okay,
the matter? Are you stupid?
I think I got it. So, is there gonna be rebel like ranks?
Yes. Yes.
There will be.
No.
They're not gonna be ranks, but there's gonna be groups.
No. Brock.
Also, last question.
Brock.
Fuck.
Sorry, but I wanted to ask Apex something. Apex, and he like suggest this, and Drake was like, "That sounds good."
Rebel ranks?
Yeah.
No, not rebel ranks, rebel classes. So like
yeah.
different classes.
Yeah, no, which is good. The main classes for Rebel, it's going to be Medic and the other one, because I personally felt that we could come back to the discussion another time, but some of the classes felt a little bit too niche, because Medic's a generalized one, right? But doing things outside of that, especially when it comes to fundamentals for Rebels, may become difficult, and may also cause some issues for balancing, which is like the last thing we want. Like one of the concepts was like an engineer that could craft certain things. Well, I don't want to block crafting from the entirety of the resistance, and especially like having that permission. Like you have to go this to do so and so, you know. And keep in mind too, we also only have like such an amount of rebel suits, right? So we can't do as much variation. And I've already said that the blue rebel suit and the white medic suit will already be blocked by a certain XP level. So keep that in mind.
What's the armor looking like for rebels?
Probably basic stuff, but I do want to do different levels of OTA vests that can be obtained.
Make the crowbar a melee weapon.
No, I don't think I want to do the crowbar.
Craftable.
Because no. I only say that for one reason. I want to have a unique melee weapon, because one of the black market dealers is going to be a very rare one. It's going to be Odell. Do you know Odell?
Is he gonna be black?
No, Odell was Odell was the beta version of Odessa, and he basically worked on the Borealis when it was a
black
rebel
market.
Can you let me finish? He basically worked on the Borealis back when it was a big part of the beta, and it was a rebel ship. And on the Borealis, he was a big part of it. So I'm thinking that if we are to have a special melee weapon, it'll be an ice pick, because that was like a big prevalent melee from the beta. All right, though, next person.
So Brock.
Joey. Yes.
So Brock, Jory asked you if the black market dealer is gonna be black. Is that gonna be true? Sorry.
Will there be vehicles like scanners, APCs?
Yes.
There'll be prisoner transport APCs. That'll
including Airwatch.
How about a conscript APC from the beta?
That's what a prisoner transport APC is.
Well, okay.
Oh wait, seriously?
Oh no, if you're talking about
I thought it was gonna be like a troop transport, but
oh, the troop transport. No, the prisoner transport can also be used as a troop transport. It could be it's like versatile in either way. So
multi-purpose.
How about scanners?
Scanners will be deployable by grids.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're not just gonna be ED2. They're gonna be deployable.
As I already said, Union will be able to deploy manhacks instead of grid to give them some more use.
Oh, that's very nice. All right.
All right.
That was my question.
Very well. Okay, who's next? Joey, what's going on?
Will the actual vehicle be destructible? Like, can you free the prisoners if they're being transported inside?
We haven't talked about that. We'll have to have a discussion about that.
And then, second thing,
Yeah.
Actually, I got two more. The second thing is related to the first one. If the Combine have vehicles, will the rebels have any vehicles?
No, because the
No?
think about it this way: the Combine are gonna have the entire streets. Meanwhile, the rebels are only gonna have the streets once they do a city raid. They're not
Yeah,
gonna
good
need
point.
them. The only way they would have vehicles is during what we're gonna call map change events, and they're not just changes to different maps. We want to have events with specific maps that last like a few days, where it's basically just a giant CVR war on a completely unique map for a very short period of time.
Alright.
We
So
thought that could be
then
fun.
there's my last question, which is cosmetics. On Impulse, there are these rare holiday themed ones, and then there's the Fisherman's Cap. And I find them kind of
Yes.
dumb how they're really overpriced. Will there be normal ones, or they're just gonna be
There- There will
incredibly
be,
overpriced?
and there's also something that's going to make people happy. Though
Alright.
E2 will still be donator locked
Ah.
or supporter locked, there is going to be in the menu, you will be able to change your body groups if you have supporter. So it'll be a lot easier.
But I'm talking about purchasable stuff that isn't only accessible during a holiday or a specific rare thing. Will you be able to be
Most likely. We're probably
okay, that's good.
probably gonna have
Yeah.
holiday stuff too, but I do want to do
Obviously, yeah,
fun
but-
hats and stuff. I've made it very clear for a while that I greatly dislike the idea of doing over-the-top shirts and belt buckles because I think it's nonsense. But fun hats that you can get out of rare situations, maybe I don't know, you can only get it from so and so event.
Like the
or
Santa
whatever.
Claus hat you can get from on Christmas
Yeah,
on Impulse.
And let's say the Santa Claus event, that hat, it's a part of only a certain event, right? But it's not going to be taken away from your inventory, so be able to use it use it again.
What if you die with it on you? Will you lose it then?
You drop it, or unless you're unlucky and it's one of the items you don't drop out of that rule I mentioned.
Ooh,
So there's a big risk,
that is.
but still they're going to be fun. It's going to be.
Well,
I want to have a handful.
I'm gonna give you a hypothetical here. Well, what if someone let's say some meanie is gonna RDM you when you have the Santa hat on, and then it gets deleted because it's the unlucky half. What will happen then?
If you
You
got
can probably
RDM'd,
just
you can make an
restore
admin report, get it back.
inventory.
And then you'll get it back. All right.
Though then there's also the fact that situations are going to have to be reviewed very closely, because with that rule, items could theoretically be duplicated, but
Ooh,
so we'll have to review
Yeah.
situations closely.
that is gonna be very iffy. All right.
Alright, now get
That's
off
it.
the stage, nerd. Alright, Fallen Ghost.
Wait, Brock, I have a question.
Yeah,
Just real quick.
Brock. Okay.
Will the
so-
events be pretty much Outlands or P for a couple of days? Then we jump back into normal?
Not all events, but some events. Those will be big events.
Huh, I see.
Alright, now get out, nerd.
I'll let Fallen Ghost do his question first.
Where's
Yeah.
Rocksmith?
So-
again?
I want to ask a question.
Oh,
Well-
Callie can just rejoin the speakers, right? I forgot about that. Anyways, Fallen, shoot.
So I was so I had this idea about the Half-Life Alex Combine soldiers, and I actually talked about this with Jake here. So is there going to be any uses for them, at all, or any
They'll be
ideas?
a little too high resolution, and though the Romka models and the Metro Police Pack models can at least match in some sense, the Alex models will stand out more like a sore thumb, so I would say no to adding them.
Darn.
Well.
You can still do replacements, though. You can still do replacements.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Me and Jake talked about this and Apex. We probably need to ease little props from off
No.
of Alex.
We probably won't. As Brock said, they'll stick out quite badly.
Yeah,
Eh.
true.
Because Romka and the Metro Police Pack are already pushing it, it's just the fact that Romka, though high resolution, can at least blend into a lot of original source areas, and the Metro Police Pack, it's made to look at least a little more sourcey, right? I mean, that's the issue City 24 had, because it had a clash of purely source items and source 2 items, and it looked terrible. So if we add Half-Life Alyx items, it might get a little out of hand and it might look bad.
Is that it? Do you have any more questions?
No, I do not.
Alright. His mic sounds like a wind turbine. No offense, Fallen Ghost. But...
I'm gonna ask my question since I'm up.
Yeah.
This is actually less about features and more about rules. How like evil are Metro Cops and OTA gonna be allowed to be? Can Metro Cops beat the shit out of you for the littlest of things?
That'll be dependent on the situation.
Can I say this? Can I answer
It's
this?
it depends on the situation, honestly.
Because here's the thing, Tadius. We haven't had the chance to get a dedicated talk about rules, but we've had some discussion in the past, and I've got... All I'm going to say is it's going to be dependent on the situation. There's going to be a lot of cases in which you can't, a lot of cases in which you can. But in a sense, we're going to try to keep it lenient because we are semi-serious. We don't want to go out here and make it that you can't do anything, right? But there are going to be situations in which if you do something, then, you know, CPs basically have full right to turn you into, you know, their little rag doll, just tossing you around.
I mean, like, insult, like, a high-ranking CP member.
Oh, no, yeah, that's probably it.
For high ranks where...
That's promoting communal unrest.
Basically, you know, if you're doing something to, like, a high rank, you know, we have full right to still smack your ass. But usually we're reasonable. If you're just talking, you know, we might listen, might not.
Okay, what about the OTA, since those guys are, like, in-character, dedicated killing machines? So if someone insults the OTA, are they just allowed to, like, shoot them?
Probably shoot on sight.
Because they have no feelings. Why would they?
They don't have feelings.
I would say no, because we still want to have them balanced. We don't want things to get too crazy. OTA will be able to be pretty ruthless, but here's the thing. Ruthlessness will only extend into JW or onward. Reminder, Code Yellow, status breach will only be for just keep bringing the city back into Code Green. Right, so it's only going to be during JW and Autonomous Judgment when they're going to be truly
Can I talk
ruthless.
real quick?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we talked about this.
Yes,
OTA will be
yes.
roaming the streets at a certain point.
And I don't think OTA don't have feelings, so they just cannot react to you saying fuck you to them. They will just ignore you because they have better things to do.
Unless you like, I don't know, try to punch them or something.
Which is why I said it's dependent.
Yeah, but like they're like,
Bro,
yeah,
did you say it was? Bro, did you say it was status breach when they can go out, or civil unrest?
Civil unrest, 1 squad can go out at a time, and status breach, 3 squads can go out at a time.
Alright, that's all my questions again for now.
Alright, get Greg down, and I'll invite up HEV scientist.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Hello, HEV scientist.
Hello.
Your profile picture changed again.
I want to put this profile on now. I got 5 questions.
Okay.
Will there be a custom map? Because from all this information, such as combine prisoners transport,
you know what's funny?
it just feels like a custom map.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. We've literally had people working on a version of I-17 to customize it for some time now.
It's fantastic.
Brock.
Yes, Tadius?
There's actually not gonna be one, but 2 custom maps. There's a second one being made by Apex right now.
I love it.
We're not gonna reveal it.
Oh,
still though,
I didn't know we were developing 2.
We've heavily customized I-17, and the best part is HEV scientist. You know how Warehouse 3 is kind of lame?
Warehouse 3, yeah.
We've completely extended Warehouse 3, and we've inserted, like, it's better than it was in the beta, but we've literally inserted the warehouse from the beta into the map with the pistons and all. And here's the coolest part. You know how you can only raid the Nexus on Impulse?
Yeah.
You will be able to raid more than one location for loot. Warehouse 3 will be one of them, and a Warehouse 3 raid will allow you to get the parts to build the Immolator, the Cremator's weapon.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
I already mentioned this to you, Hollow. Why are you shocked?
I don't actually know you haven't.
Oh, okay, well.
Will the Immolator, is it going to be a laser, or is it going to be just fire?
Laser.
Here's the deal. Yeah, no, because they tried the laser, but it was a little intense. I wanted to do laser though, so we'll just have to tone down the damage and stuff.
But that means the laser will have very long range. You know that.
It'll
No.
Yeah,
no.
I think it would
listen to
have
me,
shorter range.
listen to me. Here's the funny thing. Yes, it has long range now. Like, we tested and we like, that's too fucking high range.
We'll probably
Like,
get
hold on, optical. We, like, tested the incinerator. We
Immolator.
fired it, immolator, whatever. We fired it from the ground to the catwalk on I-17 and it killed the fucking citizen NPC in seconds. So that's why we're toning the fucking range down.
And
Or
the
at
damage
least
most
trying
If
likely.
you
to.
fire, it will be much more balanced.
No, it won't, because fire could lead to area denial, and that could cause issues as well. 'Cause
Yeah, but that would be
residual
that would be
fire would
cool.
also cause engine problems.
Okay.
It wouldn't
I
really
had,
be
I had
residual
thought of
fire,
some. I know you guys had some custom Metrocop units that
Bison
is in
King,
the
yeah.
making. I did put in community a suggestion on what you can choose because somebody made this combine Metrocop saying beta redux of the beta style of civil protection Overwatch.
I've seen that. The masks aren't... They just don't look nice enough, and we already have models selected that are nice. Because again, we're using the Metro Police pack, and we even found a custom mask. Ooh. I'm sure you've seen the Beta Redux pack. You know the deprecated Elite? That design?
Yeah.
We found an HD version of that using the Metro Police pack.
Oh wow.
And I'll send an image of this in lounge text, because I actually included it in an old add-on I had for Impulse. Give me a moment. I'll send an image of what it'll look like, though. Alright, check lounge text, it's loading now. This is what Vice will be looking like.
Oh wow. Will the
Back when I
HUD be
was
the
in
same or
OSG.
would it be different?
No, because that's the Impulse HUD. It's obviously
That's a
gonna be
bit lame.
What?
Fucking Brock. Why did you know that OTA thing you used as Vice in your beta pack?
Well, here's.
That one, I didn't.
one.
Did you
that
just?
one was, because we're not doing volume is also the issue. Also, Tadius, don't shush a lead mod.
I'm sorry, but like.
Anyways, though.
Did you just literally shush me? Like, what the fuck?
I'm trying to talk to fucking Brock and you cut me off. But
Oh no,
I'm
you
sorry.
did you shush Hollow or no? That was Hollow. Okay, still though, just calm.
Either way, that's not.
Don't shush each other. But what I'm gonna say is that model, it's a little too. How would you say? It's a little too offbeat. It'd be better for a new OTA division than a new CP division. Because Vice is not. Vice is basically what Grid was supposed to be on Impulse. Riot Control, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I still got another 3 questions. Because
Cool.
I have another suggestion. If of a Metrocop heavy unit.
OTA already filled that role, 100%.
Alright.
They're basically just Metrocop plus. Next question?
When will the server be up? Because I've been told that it will be up by likely next year or...
No.
Jake has projected, because I haven't been around, I haven't gotten a chance to get to the meetings recently, but Jake, come up to the stage real quick.
How long can I say? Because I know actually this information.
No, Jake has a more accurate. Yeah, Jake has a more accurate kind of.
Jake, get off Minecraft.
Get up to the
Get off
stage.
Minecraft,
Get
Jake.
out of Minecraft. Get up to the stage. Come on.
Well, I can.
Get off Minecraft. Oh, he's asleep. Oh no, idle. He's gone to sleep.
I'm gonna
Oh
go
my
check.
God. He went to
He's
sleep
gone
in the
to sleep.
VC.
But,
He's gone to sleep.
No, wait, but his hand is up.
Yeah, because that's someone requested, like someone invited him.
Oh my, Jake, wake
Jake.
up, wake up.
Wake
I
up,
literally,
Biden.
I literally, I
I'm pretty sure
literally.
he said. I'm pretty sure he said though.
I
Wait,
have
H-
the
HGB
answer.
scientist?
Look,
Okay,
he's
what's the
already
answer?
said it before previously, though. He said
No,
it was projected 1 to 2 months, at least,
No,
or at
one to
least 3.
months.
Yeah.
1 to 3 months.
1 to 3.
Yeah. Depending, here's what I'm gonna say. Jake is still hiring developers and shit. So,
We might.
So
No,
yeah.
I don't think he is. I think we're just gonna.
No.
He
Jake said he
he
might.
mentioned that as a passing remark to me, but didn't think he would
Jake
need
said
We have
he's
like
got a,
one. We have one, but like that's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jake
This
said
is-
he's
this
got
is
another. Jake said he's got
fascinating.
another developer. Jake said he's got another
Oh my
developer.
God, I'll talk to him about that. But this is fascinating though. Callum wants to speak. Let's get him up here. I want to hear what Callum has to say. Then I'll invite Dog, because no Dog's been waiting patiently for ages. So is Vicro. Here, Callum, what do you have to say?
Oh no.
Look, I'm curious in what he has to say.
Me too. Come up, Callum. We're waiting.
I'm
Callum.
sorry, I don't know how it worked. I just said what the question was. It's like, why are you guys not answering? I was gonna say, Obums, how do you know about the drama?
What?
Oh, no, it was forwarded to me by someone ages ago.
Okay.
Which drama?
Yeah, that's what I'd ask, really.
I just mentioned something to Callum about the Vin thing, alright. Oh, I do have a question for you
Oh.
though, Callum.
Go on.
When the server opens, you're gonna lick my boots or what?
I'm not gonna join Gmod. I don't want to. I'm keeping away from Gmod forever now.
Oh,
So,
I'll be the next Vin, don't worry. Ooh. Let me just, let me grovel
you
my
gotta
hands
become a pedo.
menacingly.
Callum, what? Callum, what?
Whoa, now.
What?
Give us staff. Callum, Callum.
Alright, now,
Submachine.
Dog's been waiting for ages. Dog, get up.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening,
Evening.
also, gentlemen.
Good evening.
So, I asked a question. What will the RP be like? Will it be semi-serious, serious?
Semi-serious.
Semi-serious.
We've discussed this heavily.
Oh, okay. I'm late to the little lounge thing.
But actual
Also, I'll be real.
semi-serious, not like impulse.
Not Dark RP. And I'll be real with you. I'm gonna check who's in the chat real quick. Right, I have no shame in saying this. Rebel group. Okay, and obviously Impulse is a big server, so rebel groups that are quote unquote notorious from other servers will not be allowed. Which I'll be real with you all. I'm gonna whisper this, even though it doesn't matter because you're gonna hear it anyways. That's basic. Don't tell anyone this, but it's basically just my excuse to not allow the MSC.
Yeah,
Well, not.
that's fair. That's fair.
They're not.
MSC
they're
is
not-
cool. LRMF, LVM, everything else except the MSC. So
Well, those groups aren't technically Impulse anymore because they were disbanded from Impulse.
they were
so-
just and they didn't exactly cause as much issues as the MSC. So I mean, you know.
All
right. Have any other questions, Dog?
Well, we promise the URC will not be the major M8 rebel group. We promise. We just want to be like any other group. So.
Yeah. Hey, shoot your shot, Dog.
What will the ranks be like? Will it be the same as Impulse, or will it be different?
Okay. OTA ranks. I have them written down somewhere, but I'll go over CP ranks first. It'll be I4 to I1 virtually the same. I1 will get access to SMGs. I4 will only have stun stick. I2 to I3 will have stun stick and pistol. However, our command ranks will be a little different. OFC will be included, but it will not be whitelist. OFC will be considered a sort of trial command rank to sort of test someone's moxie, you know, see if they're up for it. And that way, the higher ranking units can take a look and say, this person seems like they're doing a good job. It'll be high XP, so hard to get. Meanwhile, the two command ranks for CPs will be SQL and DVL. Division Leader will be the highest command rank for CPs, and SQL will be the second lowest highest command rank, if that makes sense. Like, the second highest command rank, right.
Basically, no commanders.
Yeah. Because DVLs will take up that slot. Because there's going to be one DVL per division. But regardless, SQLs will basically be unlimited in that sense. Like, you can have any amount of Vice SQL, while DVLs will only be one Vice SQL, one Jury one... You get what I mean.
Yeah.
Fumbling my words, but you get what I mean.
For every
OT are going to work
division.
the same. I'd have to look at the names, but they're going to have two normal ranks, a rank that's going to be like OFC, then the command ranks, which will... The highest command rank will function the same as DVL, one per division.
Brock,
Does that
now
make
this
sense?
is...
What?
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 Yeah,
What?
the fuck just happened?
What?
Hi there.
Oh no.
What?
Tedious, what were you saying?
What?
This was a question. I want to ask you a question. Who's gonna be the new OTA lead? If we have one, or is it just gonna be Fawful? Okay. I manage it.
Stop! Who keeps fighting you?
Fawful's gonna be the starting
Oh,
OTA
Callum
lead.
is back.
We should make Callum the OTA lead. No.
Alright.
Yes.
I want to be the OTA lead.
No.
Yes, make him.
He can be.
Down.
No, he can be the
dog. I
Cremator faction
gotta
lead.
put you down, dog. I gotta put
No,
you
he's
down.
the Cremator faction lead.
Oh, I had one more question too.
Yeah, no,
He's
what's
Cremator faction lead.
Shut
There.
up. There's no such thing. Anyway,
Yes, there is. In my head,
There will
canon.
not be a such
Alright,
faction lead.
Alright,
Shut up.
Let dog ask his question.
Let's ask a question.
Okay, what will the maps be used? What maps will be used specifically?
We're gonna be starting at I-17. We're gonna include City 2 and whatever the third edited map is.
Some I-17.
Will there be any?
Not an edit.
Will there be any custom maps and custom events?
I-17 is already. Of course, there's gonna be custom events. Like all the events are gonna be custom. But I-17 is already heavily customized. The one we have, dude. If you scroll up in announcements, not announcements, but what is now
Miscellaneous updates?
Yeah, miscellaneous updates. You can check that. If you scroll up, you can find images from our I-17, and it's beautiful. Like, it's got... Shell Beach is completely barren, and there's a gigantic wall. How it should be.
Don't mind the metric crap ton of,
Nonsense.
Brock,
okay, bye, dog.
Brock, well... But
Okay.
technically,
Hello, Obums.
Yes, Tedious? And Tedious, keep it quick. What?
Isn't the I-17 map basically just an edit of a map?
It's an edit of an edit. I already said this.
It's an edit of an edit. We've discussed this already.
Okay, yes.
Okay, Enigma.
Yes, Enigma.
What is this?
What is
hell?
It's Half-Life 2 RP questions.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have a question, but it's not Half-Life 2 RP, and it's
Okay,
also
what's the question then? I'll just answer it. Whatever.
Well, I was kind of wondering if you wanted to call, but I guess not, because you're busy doing Half-Life 2 RP questions, I guess.
Okay, I'll call you in a bit. All right.
Well, not really even call, just like DM.
Sure, shoot me a DM. I'll answer it in a bit.
Also, I'm just saying, Greg Smith, come on, man, let me into your Discord. Okay. Goodbye.
Greg Smith. Greg Smith. He has you on. He has you on MSE blacklist.
What does he? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I just want to play Foxhole with Greg Smith. Come on. I'm just saying Wardens are 10 times better than Colonials. Let him speak. Let him speak. Accept his speech.
Greg Smith.
Bring it.
Do you? Is it true, Greg Smith, that you have Enigma Fusion on MSC blacklist for Mass RDM?
Greg, accept it.
Greg, I'm trying to reform.
I literally never ever heard of an MSC blacklist. What the hell are you talking about?
The MSC blacklist. No. Yeah, no, I actually am on that. I think. Yeah, no. No. I was, because it was Patchwork and some other person running it. I can't remember. And that was right after the drama or whatever. So everyone hated me. So I got booted out of the MSC. And I remember asking to get back in, and they were like, "Oh no, you're blacklisted." I was like,
"Yeah,
bro.
that's lame. You're not a true gamer to get community banned."
Well, I got unblacklisted. Oh, I'm shadow banned off the forums. Do you want to see?
Oh really?
Yeah, no, I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a bootlicker anymore.
You know, Enigma was once a bootlicker with
Alright,
10.
shut up. We're not getting into drama.
But yeah, basically, basically, Greg Smith, I'm just saying, I'd like to come join your Discord. I'm reformed. Half of my connections to Impulse have been cut off because I've been shadow banned off the forums. So like I can't really talk to anyone from Impulse. And also your other Discord got archived. Why'd you have to do that? No.
I had to contain...
Five schmeckles if you become my bootlicker.
Yeah, but who's gonna run Obama community? I mean, free healthcare for all. Come on.
That is true. That's important.
What are you gonna say, Greg?
Well, okay, it's about me occupying the old server. I had to. It was too big for its own good. It lived past its expiration date,
and Jackie.
I mean, I'm just saying, I was a very stealthy alt account. I'm just saying, very stealthy. I'm like Assassin's Creed level. I'm just saying. But
you were the imposter.
I'm just saying, I could teach you.
Well,
no, but seriously, I would like to come to your Discord. I'm no longer a bootlicker. I've reformed, and I've also removed all the videos off my YouTube channel because they're cringe.
Okay, I'll remove my videos then if you want.
I don't really care.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Vicro has been waiting for ages, so as soon as
let him speak. And I also got some questions I want to ask. Then I'm sorry, I keep asking.
Okay, I'm gonna let Vicro. You've asked a lot of questions, Greg. I'm gonna ask
let
Vicro
Vicro go first.
All right, farewell, Obama community representative.
Goodbye.
See ya, Obama.
Okay. So
what is it?
You've been talking a lot about how the CPs can do all this and the OTA all do that. What will citizens? Is there anything special that they'll be able to do?
All right, I can answer this. So citizens, you know how there were industrial workers and commercial workers in Impulse?
Yeah.
Those no longer exist because citizens can pick up any job they want at any time.
Second,
there's also I will say there's also the fact that medical workers will be given access to gas masks, and because medical workers are basically gonna be their own class, and you know what's neat too? But the gas mask feature, we're gonna have hazard zones, these little toxic areas that you can't step into unless you have a gas mask. And these hazard zones, they'll basically spawn with like items or like special. Basically, the loot within these hazard zones, and they'll be randomized at different areas. The loot within these hazard zones will basically increase in rarity.
So, I assume you'll be able to craft a gas mask, or will you only be able to get it as medical?
Yes, you'll be able to craft it, but medical workers will get one for free.
Second, will it be becoming a rebel being the same thing? Will you be able to just go to the locker, or will there be a portable item that?
It will be lockers, and here's the thing about that too. If you are over a certain XP level, your outfit will change from green to blue, and as a rebel medic, your outfit will change from the light blue to white, just to show who's a little more proficient and has more experience.
And.
Who's inviting everyone to the stage? What's happening?
Yeah, what the hell? Hey!
I had my hand
Hey, yo, I have an addition to hang on. I have an addition to Vicro's thing real quick.
Wait your turn.
You need to wait.
Okay, Vicro, do you have any other questions?
I just have two more questions.
Get down.
Okay.
Get down.
So, what about weapon attachments? Will all these new weapons have attachments at all?
I considered it, but no.
Even little charms that you can use to permanently customize your weapons. Anything like that?
I feel like it'd bog things down a little bit. It might get unnecessary, and the small attachments may cause lag. Because small as they are, it's gonna. If you have enough of them, it might cause. And then we're also going into a level of absurdity, because attachments is gonna lead to weapon skins, and then all of a sudden we're CS:GO, right? So
yeah, we're not doing that.
And my final question is, when you say the MSC is on a blacklist or whatever, do you mean just Larson, pretty much?
Oh no, the group just can't form. I'm not allowing any group to form under that name.
Oh, okay. I thought you were specifically blacklisting members from joining.
Okay, I'll be real. As much as I would love to blacklist Larson, I can't, because that's just too biased.
True.
Yeah, but if he does cause trouble. And if he does make a group that's trying
if he causes trouble, I mean, well,
that's trying to overturn every fucking group, he will be kicked and banned. If he tries to ban
I
nonsense.
think it's very nice that you're trying to not have an MSC situation where there's only one rebel group that really does anything.
Yeah, we're gonna be allowing multiple groups, and they're gonna be allowed to say as long as they're not just humongously minge, like the kind of people that just mass RDM for the fuck of it.
And speaking of, we still need to work out the rules for this, but there is one thing that's going to be really fascinating. We're going to be allowing wars between rebel groups if given permission by a lead moderator plus, but the situation has to be fully analyzed to decide if the war would be valid or not.
Lead moderator plus.
Yeah, it would have to be in. It would probably have to be in RP as well, not just for some stupid out of character reason.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. We'd have to review the reasons.
Will there be something above lead moderator besides you?
I need you to do me a favor. I need you to look at the list right now. The list of roles on the server. Just look, real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Who is below me?
Jake.
Yeah. Remind me, did I make an announcement saying that co-owner is literally something that exists now? Did I do that or not?
Yeah, you did.
My man just completely forgot.
I did.
He forgot.
He forgot.
Skull. I don't really think I have anything else to ask.
Alright, now get down.
Greg? I'm so sorry for asking so many questions, but I'm just so interested in this.
I'm gonna have to cut you off after this one. More people need to ask.
Okay, I gotta think about which one. All right, you guys mentioned some about how you thought about like having the Tau cannon. Is that still something you have planned? And if so, how would it work?
It would be really hard
Honestly,
to implement.
Tau cannon and the immolator are going to be the same anyways. Like they're going to function the same.
Listen to me. We've had discussions about the Tau cannon, and we've just decided no.
Yes, we just said no.
Brock,
you're just reiterating what we said, but longer.
Yeah, exactly.
I have
I'm giving
a
more
question.
detail.
I have a final question.
Yeah, that was just a reiteration at best.
In the dedicated min showers, may I or may I not?
Okay.
In the
This is going to need some tweaking, but I'm going to say right now, there will be situations in which certain rules will be allowed to be bypassed at certain times under my or Jake's authority.
But say technically, in these min showers, could I theoretically get a Tau cannon and just Tau jump all like across the map?
What?
By any chance?
Alright, Apex. Here's my answer.
That's a definite no.
I removed him from this stage. That was my answer.
One last thing. Would you guys?
You can come back up.
I just don't think we're gonna have a Tau cannon at all. It would be hard to balance, hard to even put into whatever
come back up, Apex.
Well, okay. If you guys see a group trying to become, this is my official last question, and then you can beat me in an alleyway. Then, if you guys see a group like trying to worm its way into like becoming something like the MSC, because like the MSC has like every facet in Rebel life now. If you see a group trying to become so big and so monolithic that they basically control like a good portion of the server, are you guys gonna try and stop that, or are you just gonna be like...
I know how to fix this. I've already mentioned this before, but...
Who the fuck is typing so loud?
Tedious. Like, come on, buddy. The typing. The typing. I did want to mention it, but the typing has been very loud on his end. I'm sorry.
Okay, anyways, what I was gonna say was, to avoid situations like the MSC, we're gonna have one simple rule that will basically make sure that never happens. Characters of high authority in rebel groups cannot also be moderators. Unless with specific exceptions, like very specific. But in those cases, they will basically not be allowed to take bias. It will be against the rules and could risk like having their position revoked. Which will basically avoid issues like Creamy and Larson's affinity with the moderators, which basically causes the MSC's inflation and its gigantic centered ego.
So yeah, they would either have to choose loyalty to like the server or loyalty to the group. All right.
Correct.
All right. Send me back down.
So basically,
outside of very specific exceptions, like I'll probably have to leave.
This also goes towards high-ranking civil protection in OTA.
What are you eating, Hollow?
A burger.
Cool.
Burger.
Joey,
Right.
what's up?
So earlier, Vicro mentioned gas masks. I want to know, since like the further in the area you go, this like kind of biohazard area, the better the loot is. Will the gas mask have a duration in this area? Will it eventually like stop working?
There'll be different levels of gas mask, most likely.
All right.
The medical gas mask will be the highest level of gas mask, but regular gas masks that are crafted will not be as good, and depending on like how bad the hazard is, it may become difficult, but it'll still basically bring down any amount of damage you would take.
Oh, so it just reduces damage. It doesn't actually like prevent damage, and it like slowly like breaks. But no, it just
the medical one prevents damage. The normal one will just bring down damage.
Rock, someone once mentioned like using filters on the gas masks.
Ooh.
I actually like that. We can talk about that. Yeah. Filters that can
because I do see a potential issue with people just maining the medic, like the CWU medic, and just running into the zone.
There'll be a limit on the amount of medics there can be.
I know, but like then the medics will always be full, and they would just hang out in the area because they can never take damage, and their gas mask doesn't break.
Filter could solve that issue. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good. And that way we don't even need to do levels of gas mask. We just make it so there's only a certain duration you can be in those areas.
Yeah. All right. That's all.
Just have like
Get
filters.
out of this stage,
Yeah, like filters
Joey.
are for sale at the CWB medical like clinic place, and you can buy them for like I don't know, maybe like depending on like the economy of the server, maybe like 100 or something. 100.
Yeah. Regardless, though,
Yeah.
Joey, I gotta send you to the gulag.
No.
All right, now I'm gonna invite Gort up. Gort's just gonna say Gort, but you know. He's just gonna say Gort, but if he has an actual
Imagine if he
question...
actually talks.
Do you know who ate all the donuts? No! Stay back!
Gort, to answer your question, I'm not sure who ate all the donuts, but chances are that'll be implemented eventually. We'll be able to go into a second phase with that, where we're able to advance the donuts and kind of look deeper into them than Impulse ever could. Thanks for asking, by the way. Super important.
Do you know who ate all the donut? Can I make a donut? Can I make donuts as part of the server, please?
Shut up.
You got kicked from the stage. Got kicked from the stage.
Why is dog still here? Hold on, why is
he can still hear me.
Hold on, why is dog still here?
I'm just waiting so I can talk.
Right, dog, yes, what?
Alright, so what type of weapons will be in the game exactly, and what type of divisions will there be as well?
You missed that entire discussion?
Can I answer this one?
Help my mom.
Tadius, I can answer this one a little better because I came up with all these ideas. So basically, I already like he just starts sobbing into his microphone, like tears streaming down his cheeks, like he's literally coughing and choking on his own, like tears.
He wants so bad.
All right,
he wants to
anyways.
leave mod so bad.
So I already answered this, but I guess you weren't here. That sucks. But I have to answer it again, I guess. So basically, there's gonna be 5 divisions for CPs: Jury, Union, Grid, Vice, and King. Union's gonna function basically the same as it did on Impulse, but they're gonna have access to manhacks. Oh, Jake's online. Anyways, they're gonna have access to manhacks, and Grid, instead of manhacks, they're gonna have scanners, so deployable scanners. That'll be pretty cool. Helix isn't going to exist, but juries will get another permission. As well as searching bodies, juries will also be able to drive prisoner transport APCs. As for Vice and King, you know how Union uses like the weird mask model on Impulse?
Yeah.
They won't use that past SQL+. CPs who are SQL+, who aren't Vice or King, they're like the little earpieces are just going to change color, and their outfits and necks, just basically everything about the outfit's going to change to the regular one, but the mask stays the same. Regardless, though, Kings. Oh my god.
That's quite useful for civil protection since rebels won't be able to tell who's who unless if they're just looking at the masks.
But then there's also King and Vice who are going to have specific masks. I already posted the mask for Vice. I think you saw that.
It's in lounge text, I'm assuming?
Lounge text, yeah, I posted it. Scroll up a bit, you'll see what it looks like. But Vice and King are going to be SQL Plus only divisions. Vice is going to have the choice between choosing the MP7 machine gun, like the submachine gun, or a shotgun, the Spaz 12, and they're going to have access to Riot Shield. So they're going to be the big boys, the real tanky units that when you see... I want it to be like when you see Vice around the corner, it's not OTA, but you still like lose it. Like, oh god, I have to get out of here, else I'm dead. Right. And same with King. Because King are going to have a choice between the MP7 or the MP5K. The MP5K is like the MP7, but just better in every way. It has a smaller bullet cone, it has higher damage, and though it has a smaller clip and takes less time to reload, it still shreds through anything a lot better than the MP7, and it is much more accurate for range. It is a fantastic weapon, and alongside the OICW is one of my favorite weapons we've designed so far. So that's what's in store for CP divisions. As for OTA divisions, I can't answer names in this one because I wrote them down somewhere and forgot, but OTA will have 5 divisions. They'll have the Mace division, the Echo division, in their own names, of course, and they'll have an elite division with the OICW, and OICW is the best weapon in the game. Like, not even just because it's good, there's a better weapon, but it's beautiful how it functions.
I
like,
love you.
What?
Yes, the thief.
It's a burst fire rifle that can shred through anything in a single burst, but it's got gigantic recoil. But it is so much fun to use. Like, people are gonna lose it playing the OICW, and this sound. Oh.
I see. Also, another question.
There's 2 more. Wait, no, hey, look, man. There's 2 more OTA divisions. I said 5. I only said 3, man.
I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna punch you in the face. Anyways, there's gonna be an
Fun fact.
There's gonna be an assassin.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry. You can demote me after this.
It's gonna be an assassin division that moves faster, jumps higher, and has access to the MP7 and USP. Though it's gonna have a lower shield. And then there's gonna be okay, this one's gonna be fun. There's the sniper division. It has a reflective shield, which makes it turn invisible. It's just reflective, so it just reflects the area around them, but again, they still look partially invisible, so they're hard to spot. And while they're invisible, they won't be able to shoot, so this will allow the Overwatch sniper to get a good position for sniping. As for their weapon, they have the most powerful weapon in the game. It's called the AMR-11, the Anti-Material Rifle. And oh my god, it's also amazing. Like, that and the OICW are my favorite weapons so far.
I see.
Alright.
Fun fact, we don't...
Have we thought about adding the AK?
Yes, no, we are adding the AK.
Okay, good.
Will there be a beta test server opening for like when the game is in like high development? But
when we're close, we will be doing playtesting, of course.
Gotcha. All right. That's basically all the questions I'll have for a while. Unless
All right, I'm gonna have to euthanize you again. I'm gonna have to put you down.
No.
What? Tedious.
What Gord's here?
Gord.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Okay, anyways, HEV scientist. Dude, HEV scientist, real quick, do you mind if I fix your name?
Oh no.
What?
What are you gonna change it to?
I fixed your name. What's your question?
Oh no! I apologize if you can hear a fucking car running in the background. I'm on my phone.
You in the
I
car?
was just wondering to Dog's question, if I can remember what he said.
Stop chatting and driving.
I'm not driving.
He's in the car. He's
what's it
asking
called
Brock
again?
Obum questions.
Jesus
Totally
Christ,
sad.
man. Have the question. God damn.
Texting and
I had
Obums.
thought of the rebels. Would it be possible the rebels have a mounted gun they can hold?
A what?
A mounted gun. You know the manned gun?
Oh, mounted turret or
Not
gun.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mounted turrets will be able to access. Like, there will be mounted turrets, and they'll be able to be used by anyone.
That's cool.
Yeah, but
Would
they'll
it
have to
be-
they'll have to commandeer it from OTA first, because it'll be a deployable thing, so only certain OTA will have it. And,
Thought
you
you
know,
said a magic gun.
he said mounted, I think.
Yeah, no, I 100% thought you said magic, but I'm wrong. And
Would Rebels have a magic gun? You know, one that does that pew pew pow, shoots a laser, turns someone into a frog?
Gun?
That would technically be a Vortigaunt. But anyways, is that your question?
I have one more question. Because I'm kind of confused. Will the MP5K be available for I1 unions or?
Okay, that'll be the MP7. MP7 will be the standard SMG. Only the only King will have access to the MP5K.
So
Well, King and OTA.
Because in the beta, the Metro Fleets were conscripted with a MP5K.
Here's the deal, though. The MP5K is very overpowered, and it was overpowered in the beta too. So we sort of want to ease them into it. That's why only OTA will have it, and only the King. Because think about if all CPs had like the most powerful SMG in the game, then there's just no point to the MP7, right?
I thought the MP7 was going to be given to
like
King,
the
and
I1.
the MP5Ks were going to be the standard.
I looked into it, Hollow. Get this, it's the MP5K that's better.
Oh,
So much better.
seriously? Nice.
Yeah, because it's like so much more heavy duty. Anyways, yes, that's your answer.
Alright, I have no more questions.
Okay, final
Dude,
question.
I'm
only
killing
gonna-
my. I'm killing my PC by porting the Half-Life Alyx Strider into Blender.
So you can import it into Roblox.
This will be the final set of questions I'm going to answer. Oh, and Vicro no longer has questions. Cool.
Oh, I wanted to bring Gore up. God damn it.
Bro, you'll be the final person to have any questions answered.
What about
before
Gore?
I leave.
What about Gore?
Yeah.
No, Gort doesn't have. And now he keeps going down. Vicro keeps asking questions and going down. Vicro, accept the request. No, not Greg
I don't
Smith.
know. Wait, what? What was I up here?
Vicro, get it? Okay, there we go.
Stop, not Greg Smith. Who is inviting Greg?
Will CPs?
I thought it was you, Tadius.
Yes, Vicro?
Will CPs get automatic gas mask protection?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Since they're wearing gas masks 24/7.
And
Final
will
question, by the way. Make it big, make it grand, make it special.
will CPs be leading the OTA for some reason? OTA have command ranks.
No, OTA and CPs will have their own separate command branches.
They will not be commanding each other.
That's very good.
I've mentioned that to people, and people have freaked out because, like, for some reason it's a new concept, which it is for Impulse.
Why
but
is
still,
that
it's like
I swear to God.
I've hated why CMD could control OTA. It's stupid.
It's
so like, I know they don't control each other, but will the Combine command have any influence over CP at all?
No, because in the end they'll all be controlled by one person. The
console.
The console. Yeah.
Fair.
The city administrator is going to be an entire class in a sense, where it's going to have two separate ranks: the city administrator and the console. There will only ever be one console, and they'll have ultimate authority over all CPs and OTA. And get this is the funniest part. We're going to give the console access to a revolver in case things go sour. Or in case they need to defunct anyone.
Very, because it's kind of annoying to have to call up someone every single time.
Yeah, but again, there will only ever be one console who will be whitelisted. Think of how Zach as the CMD.
And like, how would you like rank up to become the exactly?
You'd basically rise up through either CP or OTA ranks, and if you were considered good enough for the position, then you would be made a consul. But it's just going up through CP and OTA ranks until you're at the max, and then being selected.
So it's kind of like CMD, but you have 2 routes to choose if you want.
Yeah. I'll probably be standing console when the server opens, but then someone else will take the slot once I find someone competent.
Alright, that's pretty much everything I had to ask.
Alright, well, gang,
Get out of my
that's
asshole!
it.
Please get out. It hurts. Oh god, it hurts.
Alright, I'm gonna remove people one by one. It's gonna be the culling.
Stop.
Let's
stop,
see who I remove
stop,
first.
Stop.
These.
Okay. If you don't put your hand up now, you're gonna get removed. We're gonna play like a game. Put your hand up. If you don't, you get removed.
Real.
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 Put your
Stop
hand up.
being.
Alright,
Move,
Big
Jake.
Owl.
Disconnect, Jake.
Oh, Big Al put his hand up. He
Alright,
put his hand
whoops,
up.
whoops, too late. Fallen Ghost, farewell. Shreef is dead. Natalie is taking an L. X-Dank.
My shit.
Alright, so here's the next challenge. All of you are gonna come up to the stage, and whoever doesn't scream the loudest will not survive.
No.